Hi, this is David Glover. I'd like to talk to you about the importance of developing a nutrition and hydration plan. I'm going to share with you a quick story. So back in 1997, I was training for my first Ironman in Canada, and I had no idea about nutrition and hydration, so I sort of just winged it. Well, that worked okay up until my training partner and I did our first long brick, which was basically a 60-mile ride followed by a 12-mile run. And if you can imagine a hot Virginia summer, about 85, 88 degrees, high humidity, and I only had 2 bottles of sports drink with me on the ride and 2 gels. By the time I started the run, I grabbed another bottle and I had 1 gel with me. And I was okay up until about the halfway point, but then my wheels started to unravel and I slowly fell apart. Turned into a slow trot, turned into walking, turned into hope I can just make it back to my car. And I experienced my first bonk, and I never want to do that again. So now I want to share with you a process so you can create your own nutrition and hydration plan so you won't bonk like I did. To get started with your nutrition and hydration plan, first begin by asking yourself these questions. First, how long do you expect to be training or racing? Obviously, the longer you're training or racing, the more fuel and fluids you'll need to take in. Second, what is available to you? In a race, what's going to be at the aid stations or in transition area? If you're out training, will you be able to get extra water or food as needed? The third question, do you like it? If it's readily available, but you don't like it, then maybe you want to consider taking extra fluid or fuel with you while you're training or racing. And finally, when is it available? If, for example, you're doing an Ironman distance triathlon and they only have gels every other aid station, that may be too far apart for you, so you may need to carry extra gel on your own. Or you may want to carry extra just in case you miss a handoff during an aid station. Here are some steps to practice as you create your plan. First and foremost, write it down. This makes it tangible and will help you remember. Second, practice your plan. Whatever you do in racing, make sure you've done it many times before in training so you know what works and doesn't work. Third, with your written plan, make a note of what works and doesn't work. If it doesn't work, try something else. And finally, revise the plan as needed. Keep in mind that a plan is just that, it's a plan, and you may have to adjust accordingly during a race. In this classroom lesson on School of Tri, we've included a sample nutrition and hydration plan for pre, during, and post-race and training that you can download and use as a reference. It's important to keep in mind that nutrition and hydration are highly individual, so what works for your training partner may not work for you. And it's equally important that whatever you do, that you practice in training, so when you get to race day, you know ahead of time what works and what doesn't work.